Right, dodging and burning, a technique that's been used, well, since the dawn of photography really, since the dawn of the darkroom. Photo manipulation, it's definitely not a new thing, it's not something we do in Photoshop nowadays. These things have always been done. So today I'm going to show you a very simple way of dodging and burning using Photoshop, which I hope you'll be of great use to you, because there must be a dozen different ways of dodging and burning in Photoshop, and it's easy to get yourself in a knot over it. So nice simple way of doing it. So here we have a photo. It's a black and white photo because it's easy for me to show the contrast in this. Obviously it'll work in colour as well. Snowing on that day, as you can see, this is Tryfan Mountain in Snowdonia, and there's another mountain in the background there. That's called a garden. Right, so nice and simple. I'm going to show you briefly how to do this process, but I'm not going to explain the mechanics of it because, quite frankly, you don't need to know, do you? You just want something to work. So we've got this background layer, and I want to create, effectively, let's just say like a transparent layer over it. So what I do, I go down here, and I click on this box, create a new layer. And as you can see, it's created a transparent layer over my photo. What I need to do with this transparent layer now is paint it grey, 50% grey specifically. So that's nice and easy. Go to Edit, and I go to Fill. Contents, 50% grey, yeah, that's lovely, thank you. Blending mode, normal, that's okay. Opacity, 100%, and make sure that box is unchecked. Press OK. So now what is done is created this grey layer which is sitting over our photo. If we go here to the blending mode and select overlay, now as you can see, when I switch that layer on and off, makes no difference, you can't see it. However, this is where the magic happens. If we go over to the brush and select your brush tool, what I can do now, if these two boxes here, there's a black box and a white box. If the black box is on top, things will get darker. If the white box is on top, things will get brighter. Simple as that. So we've got the black box selected there. So if I start painting, as you can see, way too dark, but you can see it burning. So what can we do about that? Up here, where it says opacity and flow, as you can see, they're both at 100%. If I was to drop them down to, I don't know, something like that, that sounds, yeah, there we are, something like that. And now I start painting on. I can start dabbing it on. I can paint a little bit of the background there because the cloud was fading them out a bit. The summit of the mountain. So painting a bit around here. Make the brush a bit smaller. The whole idea of dodging and burning is to add contrast. Like I said, this photo is fairly flat. It's not the greatest photo in the world, quite frankly, but nevertheless, it demonstrates what I'm trying to do. So as we can see here, we're painting in. So if I'm going to go over here now and switch this layer off, you can see where it's been painted on. Yeah. So I need to now make the snow a bit whiter. So if I press X, I can now start painting in over the whites, or painting in over the darks, whatever. All I'm trying to do here is add contrast. So dab a little bit on the background there, the snow. So yet again now, if I switch it on and off, let me just do a bit more of the snow up here. So if I switch this layer on and off, you know, like I said, this is not the greatest photo to be doing this, and this is a terrible edit. Do not judge me on the standard of this edit, please. However, all I'm just trying to do is show you a technique. So we can do the same with the clouds. We can brighten up a little bit of the clouds here. We can make the brush a bit bigger maybe. And then we press X. We can flip over. and paint in some of the darker areas that we can see, add a bit of contrast. So yet again now, if we switch them on and off, you can see what's been dodged and burned. So that's basically the entire concept of dodging and burning, trying to add contrast in where the photo might be a bit flat, just give a bit more definition, just give it a bit more punch. Like I said, very easy process. Like I said, just create the layer, you go up to fill, 50% fill, you overlay it, and then you use your brush, and these two here, use X to flip them around, make sure your opacity is fairly low, so it gives you a bit of control, and off you go. It's nice and simple. Okay folks, till the next time.